Welcome to I Am the Cute One, the most chaotic school dance in the podcast universe.
Listen, you got through the week like we got through 9/11.
And a recession.
And the Special K diet.
And the time that James Franco hosted the Oscars.
And Ben Platt's wig in Dear Evan Hansen.
TGIF.
Hello, I am Donny and I am the cute one.
And I'm Chelsea and I'm the cute one.
TGIF, cuties.
TGIF. I feel like I'm at a rave right now, Donny. What's going on behind you?
Oh, behind me is a new light I bought. Do you like it? Is it too much? Are you distracted?
I love it. I don't know if it is the best addition to my line of vision, given the fact that I can barely string together a sentence most days. And now I am a little bit like a moth to the flame.
Well, I have a remote for it. We can pick one color. Let's do a sensible purple.
I love that.
Thanks. I wonder if I pull that lamp further away from the wall, if it'll make more of the wall that color. I wonder how big the distance is, because it is a little close.
Yeah, I absolutely think so. It's like you can have an accent wall.
Yeah, that's what I would love.
But just being able to
No, I don't want
change
it in
it.
the middle of the room just for an accent wall, but I'll figure it out.
But for podcasting.
Oh, yeah. Perfect.
Yeah.
Great.
Well, speaking of accent walls, the Cuties noticed it during our Jumanji episode. And I don't know what this says about my mental health, but the bitch is back to painting walls.
What color did it used to be? Yellow?
It was like a light tan, millennial gray.
Okay.
It was whatever the previous owners had painted the basement.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so I got jealous by all of the attention that Donny was getting for his new move, his new life, his new space. So I said, I gotta paint a wall. I gotta revamp. If he's gonna have a cute disco light in his background and a bookshelf with all of his trinkets, it was time to level up. And I have nods to past me in the background here, but it was time to elevate the look and paint some more walls.
I love it. Some would say you were green with envy. Or were you blue? Anyway, cuties, if you're not watching and you're just listening, you really missed the visual gag.
Yeah, I bet you can't even guess what Donny was doing as he was saying those colors. The visual gag.
Did you use finger paint to paint the walls? Or you bought real Home Depot paint?
I used the leftover paint. This is the paint color from the girls' bathroom.
Oh, it's the exact same color as the painting I used. So it looks like you just used craft paint.
Well, I was about halfway through painting when I looked at the gorgeous photo that Donny said I was going to be stunned by as he was painting. And I said, art really does imitate life sometimes. And I think you manifested this.
Yeah, I love it. Now, next time I come over, we'll paint leopard prints on it.
Great.
Speaking of art, hold please. And I have a rolling chair in here. This is the life. I'm one step closer to being my Wally person.
Oh, God. We just got to get you a VR headset and a sippy straw.
So my friend works at Calvin Klein, and sometimes he gets me pictures of models in their underwear after they're done with it. So I had one on my old bookshelf, just haphazardly placed there. And I said, but we're in a new apartment now. So I bought a frame that fits a diploma and took the diploma out and then put this in. Art. This is going to be on my gallery wall.
Is the gallery wall going behind you there?
No, it's going above my bed.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love that.
Thank you. I feel like every gay man has a gay era, and maybe it's heated rivalry doing it to me, but I really am in my I'm gay era. And I was when I first came out too. I didn't let my mom say straight if she was driving. I'd be like, go forward, like that.
You took a stand. You said words cannot have two meanings in the English language. God damn it. I love that you took it a step further than Hillary Duff in that PSA commercial. And you said, don't say gay. And actually, don't say straight either.
I did. I was here to change the world. That's when she was like, Don, I've been nothing but supportive, but you're doing too much. And then I was like, if you were really supportive, you wouldn't say that.
It is important for our mothers to let us know when we've gone too far. Famously, when I told my mom I was going to get a Jack Johnson tattoo that said, move like a jellyfish, rhythm is nothing, you go with the flow, you don't stop. She took a sip of her coffee, she put it down, and she said, poser.
Where on your body were you going to get that?
Who knows? I was 19 at the time. Probably my forehead.
I think if you had it right by your ankle, like you stepped on one at the beach, that would be cute. And you should get the words in the shape of the jellyfish.
Oh, like around the ankle to the foot?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there's always time. And I do wish my mom was there drinking her morning coffee the morning I got my Dickosaurus. But alas, they can't save us from everything, can they?
I don't know if that's a poser, though. That's stomping your own ground.
Beating the tune to my own drum. But unfortunately, sometimes your drum is just an empty coconut.
Bless it. How'd we get here?
I don't know. Oh, your mom couldn't say straight.
So a lot of the pictures, I still have the old trieds and trues, like the Scream poster or Hairspray Live, whatever.
Sure.
But
the things that weren't screaming that you were gay. Uh-huh.
yeah, but like I've been searching on Google gay art, naked men art, and I'm really finding some hot pieces.
Literally.
Yeah, and figuratively.
Hot pieces of hot pieces.
So if you go into my room and it looks like a gay museum, guess what? I'm the centerpiece.
Now, along with this wall that I painted,
Yeah.
the most exciting development, which I know you didn't believe was ever going to get done, Donny, I didn't just paint this wall. Do you know what else I painted?
Oh, I have an idea.
Let's scoot it to the side.
No. Wait, what's the white?
Well, that's why I had to originally put the peel and stick, because there's like plumbing or something there. So whenever people come to our house to fix whatever.
But you can't paint that?
It's like a little door.
You can paint a door. Famously, you did already.
That's true. I painted many doors. Well, maybe that's my next project, Donny.
You just have to open it when you paint it. Or you'll have the mistake that the people who painted my apartment have. All of the electric sockets, they just painted right over. Didn't take anything off. So every time you plug in for the first time, you have to shove in like you're putting an amulet in the Cave of Wonders.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Except your reward is just a working light bulb.
Electric.
Electric, famously. Go listen to a Patreon episode as we debate the English language yet again. Don't say straight, and certainly don't say isity. So really, the painting of the walls was my big news. I'm still reading the Blood and Ash series. I'm on book 2. Nearing the end of it. I'm liking it, but
it's not in the recommendation section. You'll notice that.
I like it fine. It's certainly better writing than the last book series that I read, but it's a lot of like captor love, which always toes a line for me. Now we are building up to a potential threesome.
Oh,
and I am
whom?
excited about that. 1 woman, 2 males. So.
Oh.
I'll let you know if that happens. Then it'll bump right into the recommendation segment. So I've just been listening to my book on tape, painting walls. Again, not sure what that says about my mental status at the time, but look around. Are any of us doing well? Probably not. Also, a reason why I'm not doing well, the girls' school has a lice outbreak. So every day we're getting the email with the numbers, the data, the stats of how many kids in each grade were sent home. And I'm just hoping and praying. But yesterday was a bleak day because we've learned that the lice has infiltrated Coco's friend group.
No.
If all of a sudden I start itching, I either have lice or I'm thinking about lice, because every time I'm thinking about it, it makes me itchy.
Well, I don't know if I talked about it, but I saw Bug on Broadway the other day. Did I tell you that?
No.
It's about these people, these crackheads that think they have bugs in their system and thinks the government implanted them. So it's about bugs that way and bugs that way. But the whole time I was just itching. At the end, I said, what is the point of this show?
What did you get into this week?
A few things. One, my friend's birthday was Saturday. We went to Sojo Spa in New Jersey. And it's so cool to be uptown now because it was only a 20-minute Uber ride. I just crossed the George Washington Bridge and there I am in New Jersey at a spa.
I don't know if anybody has ever said that they feel lucky to be closer to New Jersey, but I love that for you.
Well, you've never talked to me. I love New Jersey.
Of course
you know that.
you do.
You know that.
There's a Venn diagram somewhere of Philly energy and New Jersey energy.
And New York. I'm all the same. I'm all of the above. My favorite parts of New York City are the trashy parts. Hey, I'm walking here.
Okay.
And I'm bottoming here. That's what I say. So we went to the Sojo Spa. This was my second time going. The first time I just went as a day pass. It's like $100 the day pass. You can go on various spas, various hot tubs. There's a stone path where it's in water, but you walk through these stones of different shapes and sizes, and it is like,
massaging.
Good for your, massaging. It is very tough. Like my one friend was like, I can't do it. I need to get out. And I said, I'll remember that for Big Brother 40. Now when you go and there's a little walking path of stones, you did this to yourself. Anyway.
You just spill out Legos and all the moms are going to crush the competition. We've been training for this.
That's what my one friend said. She said Legos would be the Big Brother 40 equivalent. Now I know she had an in. But it's a barefoot facility. So once you check in, there's a locker room right there. And then the rest of the time you're there, even in the cafeteria, you're barefoot. If you have to go to the bathroom, there's like those little hospital booties
so no
you can put on.
slippers, completely barefoot.
Completely barefoot.
Oh, I couldn't go. I hate being barefoot.
Oh, I loved it. It was very freeing. Even like on the elevator and stuff, it was freeing. I loved it. I had only ever gone to the spa portion before, but the hotel is the same way. So once you check in, shoes off, put them on your little thing with the suitcase. The bus boy takes it to your room. Your shoes are in there. You're walking around the hotel and the spa barefoot. Fine. But when we first checked in, we had 2 hotel rooms. My one friend's was ready. And my one friend's was not. And originally, I was going to stay in the room of the friend that was not. But then my nephew's baptism was the next day. So I ended up not staying at all. But we all hung out in my friend Jody's room. Her room was checked in first. We had snacks in there. We talked a little bit before we went to the sauna. Then we went to the sauna, enjoyed the hot tub, etc. Then the bus boy called and said, your second room is ready. So I brought my book bag to the room I was going to stay in. Great. We went back to the spa, had a wonderful time. We had dinner together. Then Jody and everyone else in that first room went to get a massage. And then I said, okay, I'm going to leave. And I realized my shoes were still in her room. I took a shower. I had my change of clothes to go take the train, whatever. And then my shoes were still in her room, and they were all getting an hour and a half massages. So I went back to the front desk and I said, hi, you were the person that took us to the room. You remember me. You did this, whatever. Can you take me back? He said, I really can't. I said, okay. Well, I'm going to miss my train if you don't, so we need to figure it out. So then he talked to the manager. He ended up being able to take me back, but he said, I have to be the one to go in the room. You cannot go in the room. Tell me what you need. I said, well, I do need my shoes. They're brown leather shoes. And it was like a Big Brother 40. He might as well have been blindfolded. I was like, if you go in, I think they're to the left under the desk. There are the brown leather shoes.
Which, thank God you have the superpower. We talk about all the time. You can walk into a room and you know if something has been moved on a bookshelf. You know where things have been put. Can you imagine if it was my shoes? Where are they? I don't know. Take a look around. They could be anywhere. They could be in the bathroom. They could be in the shower. They could be on a desk. I don't know.
That's true. But he wouldn't even let me look through the doorway. Like, I wish he would let me stand there and point and say, that's mine, that's mine. But he asked me ahead of time. And then he was like, where's your coat? And I said, it's on the bed, but there's probably like 3 coats there, and they're all black and they're all puffy coats, but mine's the one, if you pat the pockets, you'll feel a wallet in there. And then I said, and since you're already doing all this anyway, I did plan on taking some chocolate-covered pretzels for the road. So then once I said that, he was like, just go in. So I just went in.
Well, that's great. And that is a lesson to you, cuties, that boldness gets you what you want, because that's a crazy request.
Yeah, so that was that. And then, like I said, I had to go home for my nephew's baptism the next day. And my church has the baptism at the end of the service.
My church, he says. We're
The
back
one
in the
I grew
game,
up in.
cuties.
I did refer to my boyfriend's church as my church repeatedly throughout the baptism weekend. I was comparing how this suburban church service was to my church.
I had a dream about a mega church last night.
Oh, wow.
How odd.
You're back in the game.
I know. I watched...
Dead Man Tells No Tales or whatever.
Yeah, and it's been a week now, so I'm going to say what I was going to say.
Oh, yeah.
I really do think that movie...
Well, there is a spoiler alert right now.
Yes.
Cuties, if you haven't watched it and plan to.
If you haven't watched it, I gave you a week. What are you doing? If I've watched something and you haven't, come on. So skip ahead 15 seconds if you have not watched Wake Up Dead Man and you still plan to. Okay. So at the end, the big reveal happens and the person who done it basically admits to all these things, but then says, and I ended with a real doozy. And you realize that this person has taken poison to commit suicide.
Almost a Nazi suicide pill.
If you're playing at home with those bingo boards, go ahead and cross that out, cuties. I screamed at the TV. Suicide's the worst sin. It's a mortal sin. And then I said, you have to give her absolution. Give her quickly, absolution so she doesn't go to hell. And I looked over and Dr. Bald was slack-jawed. And I was like, I'm so sorry. The version of me as a second grader counting my sins before I was going to give my confession to the priest so I didn't forget any of them, so I didn't go to hell, that one popped right out.
Yeah. But also, in their world, you know what I mean? Like, that doesn't mean you necessarily believe it. But in the world that these people were living in this movie, You just wanted to look out for them.
Well, much like the detective who did the thing for her because it's her beliefs. I think that's the most respectful thing.
I agree.
Is whether or not you believe in it, to give somebody credit for what they believe in.
Coexist.
Put that on a bumper sticker.
My church, the one I grew up in, has the baptism at the end of the service. So you have to sit through a full service, and then at the end, as a little treat, there's a baby's baptism.
He has a little treat.
The baby was well behaved throughout most of the service, but then started to fuss towards the end.
Oh, yeah, that's fucked up.
I know.
I was thinking it was fucked up for the people that are going to the baptism that are being tricked into attending a church service. But yeah, super fucked up for the parents and the baby.
Yeah.
Who's about to be dunked in water.
Well, my church only does the cross on your head with a little droplet.
Oh, okay.
But they also, and this is a new pastor there, less than a year. She's like 28 years old. She worked on a goat farm once or
you
whatever.
guys are so progressive.
Yeah.
A woman.
She wore short sleeve tattoos up and down her arms.
Oh,
Loved
wow.
her. She talked about the murder in Minneapolis and like was on the right side of history there and didn't play both sides. I loved it. I wrote her an email during the service, got right on my phone and said, I've been here my whole life and this is the best sermon I've ever heard.
You are so captivating that I'm literally emailing you right now as you're talking.
No, I said I had to do it now or I'd forget. Anyway, there's children's time, it's called, where the kids get to go up and get a little lesson. And she told the kids about the baptism. At the end of the service, we'll have a baptism. It's to show the baby that he's loved by God, blah, 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 blah. So she's like, I want you to help me remind everyone here that they're loved by God. So she said, when I dip my hands in the water, I want you to do the same and splash it on people in the congregation.
Love her.
So then at the end of the service, she said, if you're young or young at heart, you can come and do it. So guess what I am? Young at heart. Bam! Like that.
You were like Salt Bae, but sprinkling away their sins.
I should have got a water gun. Before we got to the BAM, though, my nephew has been well behaved the whole time, but then he started to fuss towards the end. So my brother-in-law checked the diaper, and there it was, a holy shit. So he that wasn't scripted. I just made that up right now.
Yeah, but we know Donny, so he will be workshopping that into the next 6 conversations that he has. I bring joy to the world.
He took the baby to the bathroom. We sang a song. We did offering. We paid the church. A full song has passed. He's still not back with the baby, and baptism's next. So then my sister went to check. She came back, didn't know where he was. The godfather went to check, came back, didn't know where he was.
He ascended into heaven.
That would be iconic. Well, with the baby, though, that's too early. The baby would be on the ground still, probably. Babies don't go to heaven yet.
Well, certainly hasn't been baptized.
Oh, true. Limbo. Everybody kept coming back. Where is he? Where is he? Then he finally comes. But after 5 minutes, I was like, stop.
Well, I love that your nephew knows how to make a dramatic entrance.
Me too.
Keep the people waiting.
Loved it.
Let's move on to recommendations.
Yeah.
So I have a couple this week.
Okay.
Number 1, TikTok got me. TikTok shop got me. All the people on my For You page are using their steamers at home, cleaning off the grime, cleaning off the
those
gook.
kind of steamers. You know I want one for my...
Go ahead. Tell the cuties so they can weigh in, because I think that's crazy, but maybe we have different levels of what we are willing to do on a weekly basis.
So I got a comforter, and it's white, and that's the problem, I think. I think if it was a different color, it wouldn't look the way I don't like it to look. I got a white comforter, and in my head, I had a clear vision. But this is like right in the middle of that clear vision. It's messy enough where it looks like someone got fucked in a hotel bed, but it's not messy enough where it looks like it's wrinkly on purpose. Like I've seen beautiful comforters that are wrinkly on purpose, and I've also seen pristine comforters that looks like no one's ever slept on it, not even Rapunzel herself.
Is it supposed to be textured?
No.
Oh, I was thinking, because it does look intentional. Like it does look like it's meant to be a kind of crinkly material.
Yeah, but the crinkly kind I like. This is just enough off where I don't like it. I can deal with an intentional crinkle. I even looked crinkly on purpose comforters afterwards because I was like, maybe I would love that. But
Donny looks at his crinkles and he says,
No, 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 no.
that is me. So I told Chelsea I want to steam it. And she said, just once? And I was like, no, at least once a week. And she has a problem with that.
well, I don't think investing in a steamer is bad, because we'll get back to my steamer in a moment. There is a little thing you add on and then you can steam fabric and clothes and like dresses and all of that. It's a portable steamer. I don't think that's the part that's wrong. I think that if you're buying a steamer to see, okay, if I steam this comforter, will it smooth out because it's been in packaging and now it's smoothing out once and then it's going to be fine now. My problem was when you said, no, like I would do it weekly. That to me is like somebody who like irons their underwear. It seems unnecessary.
It's just one extra chore. How often do you clean your toilet?
Every week.
See? Exactly. Just add it to the list.
Okay.
Which, by the way, I just went on Amazon to see what the comforter was, if it's wrinkly on purpose or not. And I still share with the person I used to live with. And he had a Drano to the list. Looks like he got a clogged toilet.
Okay. Well, maybe we can do a new Amazon account.
I'm going to. That's on my to-do list.
Okay. Back to my steamer. So on my For You page, people just really getting in the crevices.
Yeah.
I saw it enough times that I said, I think I need this. Consumerism got me, but I'm here to report. It is worth it to get a steamer.
Wow.
I have been steaming everything. I steamed the inside of my refrigerator. I emptied it all out. I steamed it, and then I made it all clean. You can do windows. I've been doing baseboards. Ooh, I've been going to town with this steamer.
Proud of you.
My next recommendation is I encourage all of the cuties. It's still early in the year. I encourage you to have a girls' night or make it your own little project and do a vision board. I do one every year. This year,
wow.
I'll zoom in on the YouTube. This year I did one specific to the podcast and the things I want from it. I have a little lucky penny. I've got some Muppets representation. I've got Elphaba and Glinda whispering to each other. If you are not somebody that's good at meditation or you're not somebody who does a lot of like visualizing, it's very meditative to be flipping through those magazines and looking for what you want. Because I think it almost like trains your brain to get into that mode of thinking about what you want, but then also like literally looking for what you want.
What do Elphaba and Glinda represent on that vision board for the podcast?
We are a little bit Elphaba Glinda coded, depending
Secret
on
dykes?
the day. I was thinking more of spirits that have been haunting Victorian dolls for centuries that finally get put into bodies, or trauma bonded Sphinx cats, you know, the other things that people are saying about them on the internet. Well, it's more metaphorical, and that's the beauty of vision boards. It doesn't need to mean specifically. Now, if Donny made a vision board, it would be like money, hot men, penis.
Yeah.
But, you know, the truth is clear. We're going to be huge stars, and it's us whispering to each other because we're always talking shit.
That's beautiful.
My last recommendation, which I can't say is a recommendation yet, but it's something I'm trying out. I saw somewhere, I would say I read an article, but we'd know. It was probably an Instagram reel, that you're supposed to start the day by jumping. Jumping at least 30 times, 30 to 50 times when you wake up in the morning, just bouncing. And it's supposed to be like a somatic release, and it like gets your endorphins going and it shakes off any tension or trauma. So this morning, I surely did bounce 30 times. So we'll see if it makes a difference. Do I seem more grounded today, Donny?
Kinda, but the last time I talked to you, you didn't take medicine, so.
So is it pharmaceutical help or is it the bouncing? Time will tell.
The bouncing. Now, we are in the recommendation section, and I don't recommend Traitors season 3, but I didn't. I had FOMO, and I didn't want to sit silently here and not recommend anything. So I do want to quickly mention Traitors season 3. How many episodes have you watched?
I am halfway through the second episode. I'm going to finish the first 3 today.
It's tough because there's 3 people I actively hate on it. And those people are Michael Rapaport, Lisa Rinna, and Dorinda. Now, Michael Rapaport and Dorinda don't bring me any joy at all, never have. Lisa Rinna, there was a time that she did bring me joy. I think if she would have went on to the Traitors immediately after season 5, Don't You Talk About the Husband, I would have a much different experience with Lisa Rinna on. But because there's 2 people already on that I actively hate, so now it's like, ugh, her too. That's number 1. If she was the only person I hated on this season, I think I could get over it and enjoy it. But these 2 I hate, and then her, I'm like, no, I can't.
To me, enough time has passed that the stuff that I loved about Lisa Rinna when she first joined the Housewives, that then those very things were the things I ended up hating about her by the end of her Housewives stint. Enough time has passed for me where I don't love it, but I am tickled by it. And I think it's perfect that she is a traitor because she's leaning into that role.
Yeah.
Whereas Dorinda was one of my favorites, but my God, that woman needs to take a break.
I know. And every
She needs
time
to go
she's
somewhere
told
and
she has
dry
to take
out.
a break, it doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And we know the other one.
Yes. I hate 3.5 people. My half is America's Mom, Donna Kelsey. Don't know what it is. Never even knew her until the Traitors, but I just don't want her on my screen.
I don't have as strong of feelings as you do. I feel like you usually hit the ground running with your opinions of these seasons. For me, if the right people go home early, it has the makings of a great season. But if the wrong people go home early, we have the makings of a
Yeah, that's true. And that's how Big Brother, I almost said 40. That's how Big Brother All Stars 2 was. When the cast was first announced, I was like, oh, this cast is great. Because it had like 7 great people. And then the rest were like people I knew but didn't really like. But at least like with those 7, it was a good cast overall. But then when those 7 were the first 7 to go, then I was like, what the fuck kind of cast is this? And that's, I'm afraid, where we're headed here.
Can you tell me, and I need the spoiler so I can mentally prepare myself, does Monet Exchange go home in the first 3?
Not yet.
Okay, thank God.
Yeah.
Because I think that it's brilliant that they're starting to pull from RuPaul's Drag Race consistently because the queens come ready. They come ready to give a performance. They come ready to be shady. I love that. So
And
time will
Colton
tell.
doesn't count because, you know. But there are 5 gay people this season.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's really cool.
They're following your lead. Don't say straight. But I will be guesting on some podcasts coming up.
Oh, which ones?
It hasn't been confirmed. I think I'm going to be going on Monty's podcast.
Okay.
I know Noor, God love her, has been trying to get me to come on for months now, and I just keep having to text her, like, I'm not watching television. So I think I'm going to go on The Reality Is. And then if your favorite podcaster is covering Traitors, slide into their DMs and say, Chelsea wants to talk about it.
Perfect. I do too. That's why I asked. See if I can do it after you or with you.
Or with me. I love
Great.
having you on as my emotional support blanket.
Or your dog, like some people called me when we played Traitors Express. If you haven't watched, it is on Patreon. You can look at the live chat that was happening as well. And we did a bonus episode where we talk about all the behind-the-scenes tea, like pissing in cups and stuff.
Pissing in cups, making one of our friends potentially never talk to us again for just blatantly ignoring her wishes, etc.
Things like that happen.
So one more reminder, we are on YouTube. If you want to see Donny's new light, if you want to see a wall that I've painted, go over to YouTube, like, subscribe, comment, hit that bell so you're notified when we go live. Did you do yellow in honor of the piss cup?
Subconsciously, yeah.
Most edibles get me way too high, but Lumi gummies always make me feel just right. Consistent, mellow, and super delicious, Lumi gummies are specifically designed to make you feel good, not stoned. Whether you're looking for an end-of-day distressor, a midday mood boost, or help getting the best sleep ever, Lumi gummies has a strain that's right for you. Cuties, by now you should know 2 things about me. Number 1, I love to paint a wall. Number 2, the inside of my brain can only be described as one of those monkey figurines that smashes the symbols over and over again. So historically, when I have gotten too high, that monkey turns rabid, and it's not a fun place to be in. However, I will say that Lumi gummies are different. Last week, when I was painting yet another wall, the beautiful bubblegum pink that you see behind me in today's episode, I decided, you know what, I'm going to get a little crazy. So I popped a sativa orange cream cookies gummy, and all of a sudden, before you know it, I was in the zone. I was painting. I was listening to my fairy smut. I was having a grand old time. Lumi gummies are available nationwide. Go to lumigummies.com, that's L-U-M-I gummies.com, and use code CUTE1 for 30% off your order. Again, that's L-U-M-I gummies.com, code CUTE1. lumigummies.com, code CUTE1.
This year, nothing hits like home cooking. HelloFresh brings back the joy of the kitchen with recipes that feel good and taste delicious night after night. Listen, I live in New York. My options are endless. I can go to whatever restaurants I want whenever I want. But sometimes nothing hits as hard as home cooking does. There's nothing like cooking together as a family or with a loved one or with friends, and then sitting down and sharing in a meal that you worked on together. You can bring people together with meals that are simple and rewarding on a busy weeknight. There's over 100 mouthwatering recipes each week, from seasonal favorites to global dishes. There's bigger portions so no one leaves the table hungry. And you can choose from 35 plus high-protein weekly recipes, including new Mediterranean and GLP-1 friendly options. There's steak and seafood, plus 3 times more seafood options at no extra cost. Because when dinner tastes this good, nothing hits like home cooking. I've said it once, I've said it twice. This might be the 3rd time, I'll say it a 3rd time. I love HelloFresh. I use them often. Honestly, they might be the only time I do cook, and it always turns out great. Go to HelloFresh.com/cute110FM to get 10 free meals and a free zwilling knife, a 144.99 value on your 3rd box. Offer valid while supplies last. Free meals applied as discount on first box. New subscribers only. Varies by plan. This week, a new heated rivalry book was announced. The Golden Globes were held. Julia Roberts teased an Ocean's 14 with the original cast returning. Hilary Duff dropped a 2nd single from her new album. The Eagles lost the playoffs just as I was entering my football era. Barbie introduced their first autistic doll, which some would say Barbie already was. Look at all the jobs she had.
Autistic people, famous for having a lot of jobs.
I do. The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City reunion began, and the Duffer Brothers were called out for probably using AI to write the final season of Stranger Things.
Neat.
Yeah. What do you want to talk about, Chelsea?
Well, I want to talk about a recent interview that Ben Affleck and Matt Damon did.
Okay.
With 45 years of friendship under their belt, they have now revealed their least favorite things about each other, which I gotta say, before I even get to their least favorite things about each other, we need more of this type of interviewing in the current pop culture space. Imagine every interview you go in, it's Sydney Sweeney and Amanda Seyfried or Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo. You sit down and they say, what do you hate about each other?
Well, now people just submitted for our next Ask Me Anything.
I think we kind of do it every single week. It's not a mystery what Donny thinks of my haircut or what I think of his work-life balance. Now, I will say these answers, 45 years of friendship, these are not real answers. These are surface level answers because Ben Affleck about Matt Damon said, he's not great at cleaning up around the house. I'm going to get to the real stuff. Now, Matt Damon, this is one that is one of my personal bugaboos. Matt Damon said that Ben Affleck is always late. He said, we got here this morning and Ben was 3 minutes early. He got here before me and that's the first time in 45 years he has not been late.
Hate it.
Hate it.
It's not cute. It's not funny. It's not a personality trait. It's rude.
Mm-hmm. And I do hear every time I say some version of this, I get DMs because this is a frequent hot take.
Yeah.
Like, I've got the top 5 of topics that different people submit, and tardiness is one of them. One of them was submitted by a single person for like 6 straight months that was about Shiloh Pitt being a bad dancer. Every week, this person wanted me to post about this child being bad at dancing. I finally did.
Wasn't there, you can make this Patreon exclusive, wasn't there a Princess Diana one someone kept submitting to?
I forget what it was, but yes, there was a Princess Diana one. And it was not appropriate to post.
No.
Yeah, there are some people that every week submit the same thing. And to that, I have to say, I look at them every week. So I will maybe sometimes circle back, but chances are...
If you do it more than twice and it's not picked, you can probably retire it.
There's a reason. Yeah. But tardiness is a frequent hot take one. And every time I get a DM or I do get pushback being like, that's ableist. Some people have time blindness. And to that I say, I get it. Believe me, I get it. I have time blindness. I have ADHD, but I have to suffer with overcompensating. I will choose to get there 30 minutes early versus being late. Or I will just not be able to do anything the whole day. If I have a doctor's appointment at 3 p.m., forget about it. I'm not doing anything before that because I wake up and I'm like, okay, so I have 4 hours before I need to leave, which means I have 3 hours before I need to start getting ready, which means I have 2 hours before I need to start thinking about getting ready. My day is shot.
I fully agree. Also, I Googled, is time blindness real and is it ableist? And it said it is a real phenomenon, but it's not a formal diagnosis, so it's not ableist. Good.
What's going on in your world?
Oh, I brought a lot. Welcome to the Broadway beat.
Boom, ba dee, ba.
So first, Adrian Brody and Tessa Thompson are coming to Broadway in a play called The Fear of 13. And Playbill.com said it's based on a documentary by David Sington, and the work tracks real-world figure Nick Yaris, a man convicted of murder, who then petitions the court not for an appeal, but for an execution date. And the production will partner with the Innocence Project, supporting its work to free the innocent and prevent wrongful convictions.
I love that.
I know. At first, I wanted to see it because I love Tessa Thompson. Then I read I don't know what you would know her from.
Let's see. Oh, I've seen her before.
Yeah.
You keep talking, and then we'll play the game of what from her IMDb do I know her
If
from?
I had time, I would do it, but I have so many things to talk about. So at first, I love Tessa Thompson, so I wanted to see it. Then I read the synopsis, and I was like, oh, no, I'm not going to like this. Then I read that they're partnering with the Innocence Project, and I was like, oh, I do want to see it now. It's for a good cause. Also, Jonathan Bailey and Ariana Grande posted a photo this morning looking at the picture of, I forget what the actual picture is called, but it's that painting with all the people at the park looking at the water. Mm-hmm. You know, some have umbrellas and stuff, but that is like the opening scene of this musical called Sunday in the Park with George, because that's the park. What do you know her from?
Well, I know her voice from BoJack Horseman,
Okay.
but I know her face from Portlandia, Dear White People. She was on Drunk History, but I really know her from the Men in Black International
Oh,
sequel.
yes. I should have known. That's how you would know. Okay. Silly me. So Jonathan Bailey and Ariana Grande posted a picture of them in front of this painting, the famous one at the park. And there's a musical about that painting. So the two of them are going to be in it in London on the West End stage. At the very least, we'll get clips and recording from it, but I need it. I need it in New York City. The last thing I need to tell you, Titanic, the famous off-Broadway show telling the story of the Titanic movie but with the music of Celine Dion, is coming to Broadway officially. Me and Kendrick saw it on Pride Day. It was their closing performance off-Broadway. And now here we are 7 months later coming back to the Great White Way.
The Great White Way?
That's what Broadway's called, yeah.
Oh, I think you've told me this before, and I was equally as...
Welcome back. This is the Broadway beat.
Uh-huh. That's what they're going to change the name of the Oscars to. The Great White Way. Fuck you, sinners.
So, the woman that played Celine Dion is returning. The man that played Jack is returning. But then, as Victor Garber, Frankie Grande is coming to the Broadway stage.
Is he your nemesis?
Yeah, I don't love him.
Okay.
Jim Parsons from Big Bang Theory is playing
It all started with a big bang bang.
Yep. He's playing the mother, I believe.
Okay.
Rose's mother. Deborah Cox is playing the unsinkable Molly Brown. So already we have a star-studded event. It hasn't been announced yet, but the message boards are saying...
Oh, I had to look up Deborah Cox because all I could picture, and I knew it wasn't right, but Deborah Messing, and I was like, huh, so she's still getting work even though she's saying some stuff. Got it.
No, Deborah Cox is, how you supposed to be here?
She sounds just like that, too.
And they're not the words. But anyway, rumor has it, word on the street, Cal will be played by Matthew Morrison of Glee fame, Mr. Schuster himself. And Rose, Kate Winslet, famously, will be played by Anna Kendrick.
Wow. There is going to be a vortex to hell opened right away.
I bought tickets for opening night immediately because those two haven't been announced yet. Or the person that plays the iceberg isn't announced. So for everyone else to be announced, so for everyone else to be announced and not those three, I was like, oh, those three are going to be big, big, big.
I mean, I'm not being facetious here. I'm kind of joking, obviously, but kind of not. Depending on who this third person is, like, it really could be a Bermuda Triangle of insidious energy.
I know. It's usually a black gay man as the iceberg. So I don't know who that would be that could bring the insidious energy. RuPaul?
Maybe. Instead of hitting the ship, it's just fracking.
Which, by the way, really quick, My parents talked about oil in the backyard the other day when I was home, and that's because the oil pipe burst or whatever, so now they have to get their yard, whatever. But I really thought that we were going to be millionaires. I thought that someone has discovered oil on our land.
You said, all right, bring in the drills. Let's start fracking.
I was going to put on a hoop skirt and say, Mama, we made it.
That would actually be on brand for you, though. Like, for you to strike it rich with oil in 2026. Or, like, digging in the backyard and you mine for gold.
Yeah, and then along the way, we find a dinosaur fossil. First one found in Bensalem, Pennsylvania.
I told you that I used to sit on top of my playground as a child and make all the other children dig for rocks and present them to me, and then I would tell them they were dinosaur eggs and we'd hatch them soon.
That's brilliant. Mm-hmm. Who's your cutie of the week?
My cutie of the week, for no reason in particular, I want to shout out Michael Harriot, the author of a certain article that I encourage everyone to Google that he did for The Root in April of 2018, entitled, Michael Rappaport is the Worst Kind of White Man. Now, people who have been following me for a while might remember that this is the article that I reposted that then led to my pretend one-sided feud with Michael Rappaport to actually become a feud. You can see all that in my Instagram saved highlights, but go ahead and Google that. Michael Harriot, Michael Rappaport, The Root.
Love that. Mm-hmm. A little different. My cutie of the week is Willa Ford. She has a new music video out called Love for Life. It's cheap but cute. Mostly it's her just singing with a light like this in the background. I could recreate it right now. But that's okay. She's probably on a low budget to start out. We have to put money back in her pockets. The next album will be really good.
And we need recession pop back. And what is a better recession indicator than a strobe light in the background as someone sings and dances?
You're right. But the album, the full album, titled Amanda, will be out March 6th. I can't wait. I've been waiting for a Willa Ford resurgence. I wanna be bad. You know that?
Right. I am familiar, yes.
And that's it, cuties. We've done it again, believe it or not. If you like this episode, send it to someone else who might enjoy it. And more importantly, equally importantly, actually, send them the link to our Patreon as well. Because if you loved Traitors Express, the world will as well.
Yeah. And shout us out on Reddit. Every week I peruse Blog Snark's Reddit talk. And every week I feel like I'm Leah Michele in Glee looking at that cast list and not seeing myself at the top.
Or maybe you're Leah Michele in real life and you just can't read. And that's why
well,
our name's not popping up.
I hope so.
I know. Maybe we're there all the time. Bless
Maybe.
it. And on that note, we'll talk to you later. Love you like a sister. Bye.
Thank you for listening to I Am the Cute One. If you want more, head to patreon.com/IamTheCuteOne for uncut, unedited, and unhinged video and audio footage of current episodes, as well as even more bonus content.
And if you like what you heard, please be sure to leave a 5-star rating and subscribe to our show. And to help us grow this community of chaotic cuties, share an episode with a friend you think would pass the vibe check.
And to see the madness, check out our YouTube channel, where video footage from all current episodes are posted weekly.
You can follow me at Real Donnywood on Instagram and all other social media platforms.
And if you want more of my personal brand of chaos, check me out at Oh No Chels.
Talk to you later. Love you like a sister.